I did a lot of work to make it look like this. Hey guys. So it is so nice here today. We went out and played in the front yard. She ran and was rolling, having such a good time. And there's like grass pieces still, like, I don't know if you can see, but there's like grass in her hair still. I blew her off with the hair dryer and I got most of it off, but there's still just some like kind of around the bands. So every time I look at her, I'm like, I see more grass. I'm so glad that she, you know, has the ability to have fun like that. That's really, really cool. So I actually wanted to talk to you guys about something kind of funny. I was thinking about funny things that people have said to me with a service dog, and I wrote them down, and so I'm going to share them with you. I don't really consider this like service dog handler harassment. I just kind of consider it like odd things that like I personally would have not thought to ask somebody that people have asked me. So the first one is people assuming I'm training her for somebody else. And I think that's probably pretty common, I would say. Meg is taller. So I don't know if that one's really like a weird thing or not, but people assuming that I'm training her for somebody else is kind of, it's not really like weird. It's just kind of like people assuming things about you, you know, which I guess is because I look, you know, healthy and like, why would I have a service dog? So that's the first thing. And I've had like a handful of people ask me that, but I really got those questions a lot whenever shedding training patches. So now the things that people assume are, I will hear people talking amongst themselves about me and Farabee. And so the things that I hear people talking about and saying, occasionally I'll hear somebody say, oh, that woman over there is blind. That's why she has a guide dog. I mean, I don't even think guide dogs can be that short, can they? I don't know. Seems like that would be like a really weird height difference for us, but people don't know. So I've heard that, and then I've also heard people say, like amongst themselves, not ask me, but just amongst themselves about us, like that woman must have seizures, she has a service dog. So I don't go over and correct people, honestly, because if y'all are just assuming stuff and you're not asking me, I'm not gonna go get into conversation, because as you know, a lot of times whenever you're out, it's just like, thank God they didn't talk to me, honestly. So that. A weird question I've gotten is people have just come up to me and said, what branch of the military did you serve in? I got this a lot whenever I had a PTSD patch on her, which is why I don't have a PTSD patch on her anymore. But then I think I might have gotten this question one additional time, and I'm assuming it's because I have a camo hat that I wear a lot. I don't know. But of course I'm always quick to say, oh, I didn't serve, you know, I have PTSD from, I always just tell them straight up, I have PTSD from being in an abusive marriage and I was held hostage. And that usually makes people just go away, because whenever you're that open and blunt about it, people are like, oh crap, you know, that's kind of something they didn't want to get into. So that. I feel like every time I try to film outside, it's like beautiful weather and like I feel like the picture comes out good, but then it's also like we have trains, we have planes, we have wind, we have crazy stuff. So just sorry about that. I have had a couple people actually point blank say, oh, so what's wrong with you? Well, side note, I love the train, okay? So that was a part of the thing I was really sad about moving to this house, because we had the train straight behind our other house. Like whenever the leaves fell off the trees at the other house, you could see the train. It was like probably 100 yards away or more. But I loved it. It was like comforting to me. Every house I've lived at as an adult, I've been able to hear the train. So whenever I moved here and I could hear this train, I was so excited. I love it. It's like home to me. Something about it is just like homey. So anyway, back to what I was telling you guys. So the only people I've had ask like, what's wrong with you? Or, oh, why do you need a service dog? What's wrong with you? Have been people who were quite a bit older, and I don't know if this is just in the area that I'm in, because I am in the South, but a lot of people like just talk to you like they know you and like they can just ask you anything. And so I have had people just point blank say, oh, so what's wrong with you? And they're not saying it like, what's wrong with you? They're just saying it like, you know, oh, so what's wrong with you? You know, why do you need a dog? You know, they're like genuinely curious. There was one person that made me really uncomfortable. I didn't want to answer, and honestly, I really should have just answered her, because it wouldn't have, I wasn't in a bad place. I just honestly was uncomfortable, and so I didn't answer. And you don't have to answer, by the way. But she just kept like, no, really, I want to know what's wrong. I want to pray for you. Like, she was really, and honestly, like genuinely trying to be nice. And I kept kind of like being like, no, it's none of your business. And then I honestly felt like I was being kind of rude. the way that I handled it. And also, not only that, but this person was quite a bit older and she really wasn't meaning to be rude. So anyway, and I was actually having a good health day. I just was kind of honestly not wanting to deal with people. So that. But anyway, I handled that one wrong. I will say that. And you don't ever have to answer anyone, but I honestly feel like I should have just talked to her because I've seen her since then in town and it's awkward now. So I actually have had people close, like I say close to me. I don't get close to anybody, be real with y'all, but people that are close to me actually say, you don't really need her, right? You just want to take her with you. You just want to take her. It hurt my feelings because I've been extremely open with everything that's happened. By the time that I actually ended up with Farabee and we were in the process of training for her to be a service dog, I had already like spilled the beans, so to say. Like I had already told all of everything that had happened. So for people to come at me and say like, oh, you don't really need her, right? You just want to have her with you and whatever. It was really hurtful. And also because people who were close to me, like they knew I was having panic attacks and they knew that I would like break down and hide and stuff. And like, so that was hurtful. I don't know, but that hurt my feelings, I'll say, which I don't talk to most of those people anymore anyway, so no worries, but just that was kind of strange. And then the other thing that I've gotten that's kind of a strange thing that I've heard is people want to tell you about a service dog they know who either their friend has or their family member has, which is whatever, that's fine, but like, you know, it's still like, I don't really care, no offense, but like if I'm getting groceries, you know, the sitting the time. And then the other thing is I have had people say, oh, I want to register my dog so I can bring her with me too. How did you do that? And it's like, first off, that's not how that works at all. But then it's just awkward because then you're like telling someone that they're basically wanting to lie. And so it puts you in a position to where either you have to like straight up call this person out for being a liar or go along with it and then you're a liar too. So, sorry, I can't think what this dog's barking. I mean, like nobody comes out like ever to tell them not to. So that's definitely, I would say like it was like a fuzzy that went by. That's definitely like the weirdest things that I've experienced as far as just people saying stuff or questions or interactions. Obviously, because Farabee usually has boots on, we get questions about the boots a lot, but that's not a service dog exclusive thing. I think any dog who had boots would get those questions. So anyways, I don't know. I was just thinking about that and I thought it would be a funny thing to share with you guys. I feel like I need to be up like this to talk to you guys so you can see my eyeballs. But at the same time, like over here, I guess it could have been done over here. I don't know. And then I'm like a hat person, as you guys know. Guys, look what happened. My hat, okay, so it has had a break, whatever, right here for like a while. Like the brim has been broke right here. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like broke and it's been broke. But then I was gonna, this is mean and I deserve my hat broke for this, honestly, but I was gonna swat a yellow jacket earlier that was near us and I took my hat and I flung it. I was gonna hit it, which that was really wrong of me, but I broke it straight down the middle. So now it has a break here and a break here. And I'm like, oh man. I know it's camo and it's like already destroyed, but like I did a lot of work to make it look like this. Like this sat in my window in my car, like in the sun on purpose for like a long time. And like, so it's faded cool. Like it's not like the front's more faded and the back, like see, this is what it looked like before. So I have fixed it and made it look like much more, I would say, better than it did before. And I've had this hat for probably like 15 years. So, I mean, obviously, probably time for a new one anyway. But this was my hat, so I'm really kind of bummed. What else was I gonna tell you guys? We need to put our Christmas tree up. I haven't put our tree up, but I'm just not really in the Christmas spirit. It's just Farabee and I don't have family, you know, to do anything with. So, I don't know. I'm just not feeling super holly jolly right now. I'm pretty good at switching my mindset. And so typically, whenever I get like this, I'm pretty good at being able to be like, okay, we need to, you know, get positive again. I'm the world's worst vlogger. I'm editing this video and it just drops off. Like what you just saw was it. If you don't know, I have an Etsy shop, so I'm gonna tell you about it really quick. So I have some service dog handler merch in there. I have planners, I have service dog planners, I have mindset planners, I have all kinds of stuff over there. So because I know this is going up on Tuesday, I will actually put a 15% off sale. And that way, if you guys go over there and check it out and you want anything, then you know, there'll be a sale going on. So I will link that below. It's Fable Ink on Etsy, but I'll link it below for you guys as well. And thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.